OMG, you guys, grab your popcorn and settle in because the tea I'm about to spill is scalding hot, and trust me, you're going to want to hear every single detail. The Hollywood drama meter has literally broken the scale with this explosive documentary that's got everyone's group chats blowing up, The Fall of Diddy. And when I say explosive, I mean explosive.
I always believed that I was the only victim.
Why did I put this on myself?
There's a lot of people like Puffy in this music business. Exposing Puffy means exposing them.
Listen, we all thought we knew what was happening behind those perfectly curated Instagram posts and glamorous party pictures, right? But this documentary, oh honey, it's peeling back layers that nobody was ready for. It's like opening Pandora's box, except instead of hope at the bottom, we're finding receipts, and lots of them. And here's the thing that's got everyone's jaws on the floor. It's not just about Diddy anymore. This documentary is dragging everyone into the spotlight, and I mean everyone. We're talking about some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Oprah, yes, the Oprah, Jay-Z, the king of hip-hop himself, Jennifer Lopez, Jenny from the Block, isn't blocking these revelations, and would you believe it? Even Whoopi Goldberg is getting caught in this web of drama. Speaking of Whoopi, let me tell you what's been happening with her lately because, child, the drama is coming at her from all directions. It's like she's playing dodgeball with controversies, and honey, she's not winning.
Narcotics? That's not, the lubricant is not.
It ain't a crime, guys.
It ain't a crime.
But it is evidence, it can be used as evidence of a freak-off.
Now, you might be wondering, what's Whoopi got to do with all of this? Well, buckle up, because this story has more twists and turns than a telenovela. But before we dive deep into the Diddy connection, we need to talk about this whole situation with Elon Musk that's been simmering on the side like a pot of tea ready to boil over. Y'all, the internet is buzzing louder than a beehive about this alleged $80 million lawsuit that Elon Musk supposedly filed against Whoopi. Can we just take a moment to process that number? $80 million. That's not just tea, that's a whole tea plantation. And why, you ask? Well, let me break down this drama piece by juicy piece. It all started when Whoopi decided to go off about Elon on The View. And when I say off, I mean off. First, she came for his wallet, accusing him of trying to buy the election with this $1 million giveaway situation. But honey, she didn't stop there. She went full steam ahead and started calling him the actual vice president, like, excuse me, the audacity. And then she had the nerve to demand he give up X. You know, the platform formerly known as Twitter. But wait, because this tea gets even hotter, Whoopi, in her infinite wisdom, decided to share her thoughts about how she believes Elon thinks he's the president. I mean, the sass was at level 100. And just when you thought she was done, she jumped on this conversation about the presidency and Trump, making these comments about stairways that had everyone's eyebrows reaching for the heavens.
Called him vice president, I called him president, because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say, I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right.
He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, you know, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs.
Oh, but here's where it gets good. During the commercial break, somebody must have whispered some sense into her ear because she backpedaled faster than a cyclist going downhill. Suddenly, she's all, oh, no, I was just talking about my sweet little cat on the stairs. Girl, please. We all know what you were implying, and apparently so did the potential Secret Service visit you were trying to avoid. Now, here's where things start getting really interesting, and by interesting, I mean absolutely mind-blowing. While everyone's dissecting this potential lawsuit from Elon, which, full disclosure, I haven't seen with my own eyes, but child, the internet is ablaze with the details, people started connecting some very interesting dots. They're asking the million-dollar question: why is Whoopi bringing all this energy to the Elon situation but treating the Diddy controversy like it's a delicate souffle that might collapse at any moment? Let's rewind back to September 17th of last year, because that's when this whole situation started unraveling faster than a poorly knitted sweater. The federal indictment that dropped was like a bomb going off in Hollywood. The feds didn't just find a few suspicious items at Diddy's properties in Miami and LA, they found what they're calling an entire operation. And when I tell you the details are shocking, I mean shocking. Picture this. The indictment described this elaborate system of parties and gatherings that would make the Great Gatsby blush. We're talking about a whole operation that allegedly involved staff, money, influence, basically everything you'd need to run what they're calling a criminal enterprise. And this this wasn't just a recent thing. We're talking about years of alleged misconduct, starting at least from 2009. The accusations? Child, they're serious with a capital S. We're talking threats, coercion, and using his position to maintain this perfect public image while allegedly hiding some very dark secrets. It's like finding out your favorite fairy tale was actually a horror story this whole time. But here's where Whoopi comes strutting into this mess, and honey, her response had people questioning everything. Instead of addressing these serious allegations with the gravity they deserved, she turned it into a joke on The View. Picture this scene. Sunny Hostin, bless her heart, is trying to explain the legal significance of this case.
Narcotics.
That's not, the lubricant is not.
It ain't a crime, guys.
It ain't a crime.
But it is evidence, it can be used as evidence of a freak-off. Because they also they were calling these basically that he orchestrated as a criminal enterprise with underage girls and
in some
commercials
of age.
and some of age and commercial workers.
The internet, it went wild. People were not having it with this attempt to make light of such serious allegations. While Sunny was trying to break down the legal implications, doing her actual job, the other host kept interrupting like it was open mic night at a comedy club. But it was Whoopi's reaction that really got people's detective hats on. And then, as if the internet gods were listening, photos started surfacing faster than gossip at a Sunday brunch. Pictures of Whoopi and Diddy together started popping up everywhere, and suddenly people were connecting dots like they were working on the world's most scandalous connect-the-dots puzzle. The internet detectives started bringing up Whoopi's history of defending controversial figures, like that whole Bill Cosby situation where she said she refused to rush to judgment even though multiple women had come forward with their stories. But hold on to your wigs because this tea is about to get even hotter. Remember Monique? Well, she had some words about Whoopi in this interview with Vulture that's resurfacing now, and when I tell you she did not hold back, I mean she went all in.
When they wanted you to come, and we've had this conversation, and I said if you had called me, I could have schooled you on what was expected.
Insert clip from 8:25 to 8:34. Monique spilled the behind-the-scenes tea about what went down at The View, and Chile, it was messy. She talked about this conversation in Whoopi's dressing room that sounds like it was tenser than a rubber band about to snap. And then she dropped this bombshell that had everyone gasping.
So when I get Whoopi Goldberg on the flip saying, them little ones coming behind you, you better give a damn about you. That crushed me that day in her dressing room because see, Whoopi Goldberg told me the salary she makes from The View, and that hurt my feelings that you've been there for 10 years and you accept them paying you that, and you telling me, don't worry about the little one coming up. God damn if I ain't gotta be worried about you too, because you accept that salary, it makes it hard for me. And how hard do you think it's gonna make for the one who ain't here yet because you accept that salary? So to stand in my sister's dressing room and she say to me, you can't be worried about that one coming up. Well, what if Mom's Mabley didn't worry about you? What if those ones didn't make it better for us?
Now, with all this drama coming to light faster than a Hollywood leak, sources are saying Whoopi's trying to distance herself from Diddy like he's got the plague. But here's what's really got people talking. The documentary might be over, but the revelations? They're coming in hotter and faster than fashion trends. Former assistants are coming forward with stories that would make a reality show producer blush. They're talking about these wild shopping lists that included everything from high-tech gadgets to party supplies to things that would make your grandmother clutch her pearls. It's like reading a shopping list from an alternate universe where money and morals don't exist. The internet is absolutely divided on this whole situation. Some people are defending Whoopi, saying she's just another person who got caught in Diddy's web of influence. Others are saying she needs to be held accountable for not speaking up sooner. And then there's a whole group of people who are just sitting back with their popcorn watching this drama unfold like it's the season finale of their favorite show. What makes this whole situation even more fascinating is how it's shining a spotlight on the way Hollywood's power dynamics really work. It's like we're getting a behind-the-scenes tour of how the industry's most powerful people protect each other. And honey, it's not pretty. We're watching this carefully constructed house of cards wobble, and nobody knows who's going to fall next. The contrast in how Whoopi handles different controversies is what's really got people's eyebrows raised to their hairlines. She'll come for Elon Musk like a lion hunting its prey, but when it comes to Diddy, Diddy, suddenly she's giving us careful consideration vibes. The internet detectives are working overtime trying to figure out this puzzle. And can we talk about the timing of all this? Just when you think you've heard it all, bam! New information drops that makes everything we thought we knew look like child's play. It's like watching a real-life soap opera, but with higher stakes and more plot twists than all the telenovelas combined. The really wild part? This story keeps evolving. Every time someone new speaks up, it adds another layer to this already complicated situation. It's like peeling an onion, except every layer makes you gasp instead of cry. Well, maybe some people are crying, especially those who thought their secrets were safe. As this story continues to unfold like the world's most dramatic origami, one thing's becoming crystal clear. Nobody's getting out of this situation without some scratches on their reputation. The documentary might have wrapped up, but honey, the conversations it started, they're just getting warmed up. And something tells me we haven't even reached the juiciest part of this story yet. Every day, there's a new angle, a new revelation, a new person speaking up, and it's like watching dominoes fall in slow motion. The question isn't if more tea will be spilled, it's when and by whom. And let me tell you, based on what we've seen so far, there are probably some very nervous people in Hollywood right now. Will Whoopi address these allegations head on? Will more people from Diddy's inner circle start speaking up? And most importantly, how many more shocking revelations can Hollywood handle before it collectively needs a spa day? Stay tuned, because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that this story is far from over. Remember, in Hollywood, today's headline is tomorrow's old news, but something tells me this story has enough juice to keep us talking for months to come. Keep those notifications on, those group chats active, and your teacups ready, because this drama is serving us piping hot tea with a side of who's next? Realness. Real